Oh, do you want to hear a joke? So, a fashion vlogger goes to a hardware store. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. So the other day I was at the hardware store. I'm not joking, I actually love going to the hardware store. It smells so good and there's so much to explore, and I like building things, so naturally I go there quite often. So anyway, walking through the aisles, I felt weirdly inspired, and I mean not in a way like I want to build a new shelf or something, but more in a way like I want to make some clothing. I know that sounds weird and all that, but I've bought a few items from the hardware store and I'm going to make some fashion DIYs with them. So without further ado, here are 3 hardware store fashion DIYs, or whatever I'm going to call these. I don't know. Yay! So for the first DIY, I was wandering around the hardware store and I found these safety straps, or whatever they're called, and they had these in all different colours and sizes, and they kind of inspired me to make a belt. So that's what we're doing. I ended up buying 2 meters of this bright orange strap, and we're going to make an oversized, like a super long belt out of this one. So for this, we're just going to need this belt kit I bought off of eBay, and this is super simple and really straightforward. The belt buckle has got a little like snappy thing on the back, and to attach the strap to the buckle, you basically just need to open it, insert the strap, close it, and that's it. You're basically halfway there. After that, just try your belt on and see how long you want it to be. Cut it off at your desired length, and then carefully burn the cut with a lighter to stop it from fraying. Afterwards, you can attach the little metal end thingy that came in your belt set, and again, that's super easy. Just insert the strap and push the thingy together, maybe use some pliers to really get it on there, and you're done. This belt just cost me around 8 quid and it's super bright and unique. Just go to the hardware store and try it yourself. Maybe you can find some straps with patterns on them, or maybe just draw some patterns on there yourself. This really is a super easy DIY with lots of room for creativity. So for DIY number 2, I found these ropes. Again, they had all different colors and sizes, but I ended up buying the white ones, and I also ended up buying some eyelets. And with these 2 things, we're going to try and revive this old orange hoodie I found in my wardrobe. So the idea is to have the eyelets on the outer side of the sleeve and kind of weave the rope through them. That's why I'm starting at the bottom of the sleeve, marking down where the center is and where I want my eyelets to be. On the bottom of the sleeve, I spaced them around 5 centimeters apart. I'm doing the same thing for the top of the sleeve, and there I spread them around 6 centimeters apart. Then I'm placing 5 more pairs of eyelets in between the 2 pairs I've already placed, and just making sure that they're spaced evenly apart, and just kind of winging it, to be honest. I measured the distance in between the pairs and went for it. Obviously, I'm doing the same thing for the other sleeve, and when I'm done, I need to cut some holes to be able to actually place the eyelets. I'm doing that by folding the fabric in half where I made my markings and making a cut right into the fold. Learn from my mistakes, don't make the cuts too big or your eyelets won't sit properly in there. Obviously do that for each sleeve and each marking you've made. When you're done, it's time to attach the eyelets, and I wouldn't advise you to do this on your desk because now it's hammer time and you need a rock hard solid surface for this to work properly. That's why I'm doing it on my workbench. I'm basically just following the instructions on the packaging here. I've turned the hoodie inside out and I'm putting the little part of the eyelet that has the tube in the middle through the fabric, then putting the ring part on top of it and then hammering it down until it sits nice and tight. And again, please learn from the mistakes I have made. Make sure that there's no fabric in between the parts you're hammering, especially in between the little bottom cup and the floor, because you'll basically just rip any fabric that's in between there. I've tried it. Don't do it. When you've attached all the eyelets, your hoodie should look a little bit like this. Now you can start attaching the rope to it. I've cut my rope into 2 equal parts and then burnt the ends so it doesn't fray. And then I started weaving through the eyelets beginning at the top of the sleeve. It's basically like lacing a shoe. You can do it however you want. I just made the rope cross itself, then go through the next pair of eyelets and then cross itself again until I ended up at the bottom of the sleeve. What you do with the end of the rope is up to you. You can either leave it dangling around, tie a knot into it, or just cut it to your desired length, but you're basically done. This hoodie can look weird at first, but I really like how it turned out and it's really something different. Try it yourself and make it your own. Maybe weave the rope differently, use a different sized rope, or try it on a t-shirt or a pair of jeans. That could look cool as well. Just get creative.
So for the last DIY, I found these straps with these huge snap lock buckles, and I really like the look of them, and that's why we're using these to transform an old bag into a cool designer looking bum bag. To do this, I'm using the straps, obviously, and this old shoulder bag I found at a charity shop. The first thing I'm doing is removing the shoulder strap from the bag by just ripping the seams open. After that, I'm cutting the straps in half near the snap lock, and again lightly burning the cut so the edges won't fray. Then I'm attaching the short side of the new straps right where we just removed the old shoulder strap and sewing them down with a straight stitch. Then I'll measure the width around my chest and cut one of the two straps to exactly this length. It doesn't have to be spot on because we still left the adjusting mechanism on the strap, so don't worry if you made it too long or too short, you can still adjust it afterwards. Now I'm sewing the end of this strap to the corner of the bag opposite to the side where the strap is already sewn onto the bag. Now take the length from the top of your shoulder to just about underneath your breast and add about 10 centimeters. Now take the other strap and at your measured length, make a little loop big enough for the snap lock to go through. Pin it down and fold the end over to make it look a little bit more neat, and then sew it down with a straight stitch. Shove your snap lock through the loop, close it, and you're done. This is a really cool shoulder/bum bag, and it has got a military style to it. That's what I really like about it, and it also highlights the big bulky snap locks very well. You can get creative here as well. Maybe use a different bag, attach the straps differently, or go for a different color. Who knows?
And that's all I have for you today. With this video, I basically just want to show you that you can alter your clothes or DIY your clothes with literally anything. There are no rules for DIYing and there are no boundaries for your creativity. So I'm urging you to go out there, buy something from the hardware store or from wherever you want and make some DIYs. Tag me or send me your results. I'd love to see them. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope I inspired you with this video. And if I did so, why not give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I make new videos every week. That's it from me for now, and I'll see you later. Bye!